Talk a little bit about university campuses and the culture at campuses. We've heard a lot about suppression of free speech and critical thinking, but now some increasingly radical students and staff are demanding a return to segregation. Let's look at this vision from the University of Virginia, where a woman tells white people their mere presence makes people uncomfortable.
Public service announcement. Excuse me. If y'all didn't know, this is the MSC, and frankly, there's just too many white people in here, and this is a space for people of color. So just be really cognizant of the space that you're taking up, because it does make some of us POCs uncomfortable when we see too many white people in here. It's only been open for 4 days, and frankly, there's the whole university for a lot of y'all to be at, and there's very few spaces for us. So keep that in mind. Thank you.
And after that little speech, there was applause. But to me, this is so shocking. That there are these spaces designed for POCs as if they're not welcome everywhere. And then to have someone get up and say, white people being in there, and presumably she doesn't know the background of the white people. Maybe they're an ethnic minority. Maybe they're from some oppressed background. But just the fact that they're white makes her and other people of colour uncomfortable, and they should move along to some other part of the university.
Just to go back to first principles, I don't think that there is something necessarily wrong with people with their right of freedom of association from deciding they want their own space. That's why we have Fernwood Gym. That's why we have gay nightclubs. I don't think it should be publicly funded and exist on a university campus, however. And what you have to ask is, just because they can do something, it doesn't mean that they should. What do people of colour on the University of Virginia need to be safe from? What is the threat? What
Probably
is it about white people? Well, what is it about white people? The governor of Virginia, correct. So I think that this is fueling a bunker mentality, is fueling racial tensions, and I think it's a very sad cultural phenomenon.
Oh, I just think we've gone backwards, Sophie. It used to be that's what we were trying to leave in the dark past, that segregation, that you split people according to their colour, and now we seem to be celebrating that and trying to enforce it.
Imagine if a white person got up and said, if you're of colour, leave the room. We don't want you
There's
here.
too many of you making me uncomfortable.
Imagine the outrage. So you can't have it both ways. You know, this woman getting up saying this is deeply offensive. I don't agree with what she's doing, and I think, what year is it? 2020? I mean, surely.
They've gone full circle.